just arrived here at Waterville Valley. About to hike Tecumseh, my second 4,000 footer of winter. We are getting a late start, but it's a shorter hike, so I'm hopeful. Did forget some stuff though, forgot my poles, so we'll see how that goes.
2.5.
Woot woot. Ooh, water crossing.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
Would you like a pole?
That would be good. But yeah, I haven't hiked without poles in over a year. Certainly never done a 4,000 footer without one, which Gretchen accidentally grabbed one of her poles, one of her husband's poles. And so right now I'm using his, she's using hers. So yeah, it was, we were running a bit late this morning. But otherwise, I do have more of my own gear now. I have my own day pack now. I've been borrowing one. I have my own micro spikes now. I got a rain jacket that's actually waterproof, which I did not have before. And then also got some gloves that are actually warm instead of just little fleece liners. So thank you, Mom. Those were all Christmas presents. So very grateful to be better outfitted than I had been. All right, it is a very nice day. So much I had to lose a layer. We did have to stop and put on our micro spikes. So just did that. It is a little slippery on the steep bits just because there's so much loose snow. We opted to leave the snowshoes behind because reports said the trail was packed. I was starting to wonder if we would regret that, but just saw a guy come back and he didn't have snowshoes with him, so I think we'll be okay. Whew, all right, we are about 3/4 of a mile in at this point, and I'm feeling it, breathing heavy, legs are sore. I'll talk more about this in my life update at the end of the video, but after my last hike, I actually ended up getting sick again. Ended up being some form of walking pneumonia, and so I have not been active for the last little bit, and I can tell. And I will say, the trail is not as packed as it was when we did Wambeck. It's definitely a little fluffier. So I can tell that makes it a little bit more difficult. We saw one guy who said it feels like walking on a sand dune. And yeah, I get that.
So, we are looking west, I believe. And what are you?
Oh, all right, have a little bit more than a mile to the summit. Working hard. This is steep. On my last video, my mom asked me after she saw it why I wasn't wearing a hat. That's because I'm absolutely drenched in sweat. I'll wear a hat going down, but it is, I'm working up too much. Wear it right now. Whew. Also, addressing the title of this video, why this is a questionable 4,000 footer. Surveys a few years ago actually determined that Tecumseh was only like 3,996. I think I'll put the right number on the screen. Feet high, not actually 4,000. So, you know, it's still on the list, but technically not 4,000 feet. So a little questionable there. Whew. All right. So we are roughly 2 miles in. Not quite, less than that, but close. And we have gone about 2,000 feet up. So it's been a workout. I am ready to not be going uphill anymore. Well, on the way up, everyone was telling us how great the view was. Seems like we may have missed it. All right, the peak has been bagged. We're layered up. I am happy to be going downhill. Good thing about it being steep, so we can just kind of slide down. Yes! Woo!
Ooh. Okay, I think we have more. Maybe. There. Not very exciting. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, we got a little more. Maybe. Yeah. There we go. Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
Woo! I slowed a little bit, but we got it. Yeah!
Yeah. Pro. Look at that landing.
I must say, the sliding has been great fun, but because I am wearing bibs and they're already pretty maxed out with my long torso, keep getting wedgies. Oh, what a time. And one pro about sliding is we're helping pack down the trail for future hikers because it was pretty fluffy today. So you're welcome.
And I will say perspectives are a little mixed on this actually. I have read some reports from people saying that they don't like when people butt slide down because then when it ices over it can get really slick. So maybe not always the best choice. Just want to give both perspectives, but sliding is fun.
And a guy we'd seen earlier caught back up to us. He had taken a little side trail to the top of the ski area. And he thanked us for laying down tracks for him when we slid. He slid down too, and said they were so good he picked up enough speed. He dropped his phone, but he did get it back. Well, I did seem to crack the code. If I go on my hip instead of my butt, I don't get a wedgie and I go a lot faster.
All right, so finally filming a little outro for this hike. So climbed Tecumseh. This was actually back on February 3rd that I did this. It's been a while. Sorry guys, haven't been very motivated here lately. with YouTube, and I do apologize for that. But Tecumseh was my second winter 4,000 footer and my 18th 4,000 footer in total. It was a little beast. It was short, but it was steep. It was a good hike, but I will say it didn't wow me the way Wombeck did, but still had a good time. So I did want to give you just a little life update. In the last video I posted, I said that life was good, and that is still the case, but I had a rough patch there for a while. Actually, the day that my last video went live, I started to feel really sick again. I went back to urgent care a second time. They did a chest x-ray and believed that I had some form of walking pneumonia. I was sick for just shy of 2 months, and that really put a damper on my time up here because I didn't get to do everything that I had hoped to do. Yeah, so that was kind of hard. Also just being in a new place and not really having community. I have made friends at work now, but for a little while there it was rough. I was definitely dealing with some post-trail depression, I would say. I'll also say that, you know, the state of the country wasn't really helping with my mental state. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I wasn't in the best place. But things are good. I did eventually have a ski lesson, and I didn't love it. I've since had a snowboard lesson and enjoyed that a lot more. Unfortunately, I just haven't had the time to really like put into learning a snow sport with how sick I had been for so long. So yeah, as far as jobs go, I mentioned that I had applied to work at a hostel. That hostel was The Notch, and I had a few calls with them. Things seemed to be going really well. But after my last call that I had with Serena, she reached out to me and said that a former employee had reached out and wanted to get their job back, and so they ended up giving her the job, so I did not get it. But that is okay. I have a few exciting announcements coming up soon. I can't wait to share with you guys what I have planned for this year. I do have a summer seasonal position lined up, and I'm so excited about it. So yeah, things are looking up. Alright, so there is my little life update. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and can't wait to take you along on the next one. Thanks guys, bye.